was once imagined as a silent frontier, distant, neutral, untouchable. Today, that illusion is breaking apart. According to the Financial Times, European security officials now warn that Russian spacecraft have intercepted communications from at least a dozen key European satellites, raising alarms across military and civilian space agencies. These are not distant experiments. These are close, calculated maneuvers unfolding above Europe, Africa, and the Middle East in real time. According to officials speaking to the Financial Times, these interceptions risk exposing sensitive satellite data. Worse still, they could allow Moscow to manipulate satellite trajectories or even force them out of orbit. At the center of the concern are two Russian spacecraft, Luch 1 and Luch 2. For years, they have quietly shadowed Western communication satellites, drifting close, lingering for weeks at a time. Luch 2 alone is believed to have approached at least 17 separate satellites. Military analysts describe this behavior as signals intelligence business, a space-based form of espionage. The German military confirmed that the Russian vehicles routinely position themselves near Western satellites, likely to intercept unencrypted data. And that vulnerability is critical. Much of Europe's satellite command infrastructure still runs on outdated technology with little or no encryption. That means command signals, the instructions that keep satellites stable and on course, could be intercepted, copied, and potentially spoofed. A senior European official warned that Russia may be gathering the data needed to mimic legitimate ground operators, sending false commands that could disable thrusters or slowly push satellites off their intended orbits. Germany's defense minister, Boris Pistorius, has already sounded the alarm. He revealed that Russian Luch Olymp surveillance satellites were shadowing Intelsat satellites used by Germany's armed forces, pushing Berlin close to what he described as real threat scenarios. This activity, analysts say, is part of Russia's broader hybrid warfare strategy, one that already includes drone incursions into European airspace and suspected sabotage of undersea cables. Russia, alongside the United States and China, operates one of the world's most advanced space programs, and according to Pistorius, both Russia and China have rapidly expanded their ability to disrupt, blind, manipulate, or even destroy satellites. The warning is stark. Space is no longer a peaceful domain. Security officials do not believe Luch 1 or Luch 2 currently carry weapons capable of destroying satellites, but the data they collect could be just as dangerous, enabling future disruptions from the ground or from orbit. Adding to the uncertainty, a Russian Luch reconnaissance satellite was recently reported destroyed in a so-called graveyard orbit, possibly after colliding with space debris. Whether accidental or deliberate remains unknown. What is clear is this: the battlefield is expanding, and space is no longer off-limits. A new and dangerous frontier may be opening far above the Ukraine battlefield. Western intelligence agencies now suspect Russia is developing a weapon designed to cripple Starlink satellites, the space-based network that has become vital to Ukraine's war effort. According to intelligence assessments from two NATO nations, Moscow may be working on a so-called zone effect anti-satellite weapon. Its purpose would be simple and devastating. Flood low Earth orbit with hundreds of thousands of tiny, high-density pellets. Not missiles, not lasers, but space-borne shrapnel. The goal: overwhelm Starlink's orbital paths and disable multiple satellites at once. Starlink, operated by Elon Musk's SpaceX, has played a critical role in Ukraine, powering battlefield communications and enabling control of large drone fleets. Russia has repeatedly warned that satellites supporting Ukraine's military are legitimate targets. This weapon, intelligence officials say, would not strike with precision. Instead, it would create a dangerous cloud of debris capable of damaging anything in its path. Analysts warn the consequences could spiral far beyond Starlink. Such a system could trigger uncontrollable chaos in space, threatening satellites used for communications, defense, navigation, and commerce, including Russia's own systems and those of its ally, China. The pellets involved would reportedly be just millimeters wide, making them extremely difficult to detect or track. That raises fears of a weapon that is not only destructive, but also largely invisible. Some experts question whether Russia would actually deploy such a system, given the massive risks involved. But the concern is not theoretical. Russia already demonstrated its willingness to weaponize space. In 2021, Moscow destroyed one of its own defunct satellites in a direct ascent anti-satellite test. The explosion created at least 1,500 pieces of trackable debris that could remain in orbit for decades. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station were forced to take emergency shelter. The United States condemned the test as reckless and irresponsible. Now, NATO intelligence suggests something even more sweeping may be under consideration. A weapon capable of striking many satellites at once, not one. Canadian Brigadier General Christopher Horner told the Associated Press the concept is not implausible. If Russia is willing to explore extreme systems, he said, then something just short of that, but equally damaging, would not be shocking. The Kremlin has not responded. SpaceX has not publicly addressed the report, but the warning is clear. The next escalation in modern warfare may not happen on land, or at sea, or in the air. It may unfold silently in orbit.